feel that the new comedy, there's so much atheists? I feel that's kind of like the new hack comedy to me.
It's always been that way. I'm not a proponent. I mean, I've studied religion in college, and I take my kids. That's where I got into physics. The chances of this thing happening, like by accident, carbon-based life forms, at heavy stars, deuterium, you get into the quantum physics of it. It's very peculiar that we're here at all.
Yes.
It's very peculiar that this worked like this, and some of these ancient texts, especially Jewish texts, I give these Jews great credit because there was 300 or 400 years before the Buddhists. They came up with law from Sumerians, Babylonians, blah, blah, blah. But basically, without law, we'd eat each other. You know, that human nature, this is, I think John Wayne said, you can't legislate it. He said, he turned from a very good progressive, from Democrat to a Republican, because he got pushed by we think. And he said, listen, you can't legislate human behavior. You put 30 people in a room, give them all $1. In a week, 2 guys are going to have all the money. That's just how it works. Yeah. People do this evolution of mankind. And I said, I've never been, like, I got kicked out of more churches because of stupid crap I'd say. Like, even the bishop said, we just don't want you around here anymore. I mean, literally.
Well, don't you find some of the times the problems with atheism is that really their problems are with churches, not with God?
Well, listen.
They go, there's no God because a priest fucked a kid. It doesn't make any sense.
No, but I said, my older daughter's atheist, and I said, well, philosophically, it's an irony there too, because atheists don't believe in God. Well, there has to be a God for you not to believe in. And my daughter goes, she's still in therapy over that.
No, I always wonder about that because, and also, the atheists are usually choosing a God not to believe in.
You have to have a God not to, otherwise.
Like Dawkins doesn't believe in a Christian God specifically.
Exactly, and I said, there's a Mark Kornhauser, used to be a magician that I work with all the time, and this is one of my analogies for the spiritual life. He goes, he did that trick where you rip a newspaper. Remember, well, magicians always worked with us with prop acts, and comics privately are going, prop act, you know, a lot of prop acts I like. The Amazing Jonathan is hysterical, and I like magicians.
Hey, you rip the
newspaper, and then you unfold it. And I'm on stage going, it's magic. I watched both hands. There's no, he didn't. You know, I couldn't get it, so I backstage said, show me that. He goes, no, I'm not showing you that. If I show it to you, 3 things will happen. You'll go, oh shit, that's stupid. Then you'll try it, and magic will no longer mean anything to you. And that's the same thing. One day I was saying, I wonder what like prophets saw. And then God, imagine that if God said, listen, if I show you what's really going on here, you're going to go, oh, that's stupid. And then you're going to try to tell people, and the third thing is you just won't want to be here anymore. This won't mean anything. So you got to, I heard some guy say,
the only guy he ever showed was Job.
And then I think the prophet Islam.
Ezekiel?
No, Muhammad. They showed him, and then he wrote it because his miracle, he said to his staff, was.
We're not going to get too deep into that.
No, but you don't want to get into that. He couldn't read or write, so he said his miracle was he wrote their holy book.
But he was a nice guy, from all accounts.
Really, he was a good guy.
I actually got into an argument on the subway, and the guy quoted the Bible at me. That is not fair. Like, if you get to quote from your favorite book, I should be able to quote from my favorite book, right? He was like, men do not live on bread alone, Matthew 4:4. And it's like, everybody's a little bit magic, Harry Potter, chapter 7. It's not a fair fight, right? One of those books is a classic about a man who has sacrificed himself for the good of the world, and the other is the Bible. Do you know what I'm saying, people?
I disagree. I don't think the Bible joke is brave at all. I think if you're going to take on an entire religion, you should maybe know what you're talking about. J.K. Rowling is a Christian, and J.K. Rowling famously said that if you're familiar with the scriptures, you could easily guess the ending of her book.
Huh? Okay.
I don't like it.
Let me ask you this, of all the people that you've ever interviewed over the years, how many people would you say you've interviewed?
40,000.
40,000.
That's what they, figure 40 years, about 1,000 people a year.
40,000 guests. Now, who was the physically ugliest guest you ever encountered? The ugliest.
Ugliest.
The Elephant Man. You ever interviewed the Elephant Man?
No, we tried,
He was ugly.
but we didn't do. We almost had Siamese twins once.
Really?
Didn't do them.
You're saying Siamese twins are ugly?
They were connected at the head.
And that's
That would
not,
have been difficult.
not attractive
Not
to you?
No.
Would you marry a Siamese twin?
Now stop that. I didn't come here to be insulted.
No, but
All right.
So you never interviewed
I'm
the
trying to
Elephant
think if you asked a good... No, I did not interview the Elephant Man. I'm trying to think of the ugliest man I have ever interviewed. The ugliest man. Who's the guy who produces Saturday Night Live?
Lorne Michaels.
That's the man.
Yes, I've met him. He is a
Hard to look at.
tremendously- Not easy on the eye.
No, not. Hard to interview people like that.
Not easy on the eye. So you're saying, Larry King, that you find conjoined twins ugly?
At the head, yes.
At the head, they're ugly.
At the hip, they're not ugly. But
hip-
at the head, well, it's grotesque.
It's grotesque.
Don't you think it's grotesque?
No, I find all humans beautiful.
Larry, that's why we love you.
In a recent interview, Jane Pauley recalled how back in the 70s, she coined the phrase bad hair day. In another recent interview, Larry King recalled how back in the 70s, he coined the phrase bad face day.
We should go our separate ways, but now you're back.
When I first came to Hollywood, my goal was just to get my name on there. You know how they write the names on the comedy store, like with white
I got
ink?
my name on.
You got on
How
there?
long ago?
Yeah, about a year, almost a year
A
ago.
year ago. I'm 61 years old.
I never got it on there.
You never got it on
Never
at
got it,
all?
No,
We'll make that happen.
I don't think so.
I'll bet you we could.
It's got to be bigger than the rest now.
Well, let's see what I can do.
I don't like is when they make those dirty drinks.
Dirty
nowadays.
Sanchez?
Dirty Sanchez. That's what you drink.
What dirty drinks?
No, they say like
Pink pussy,
huh?
and, like the pink pussy.
You don't have to be dirty, but the guy doesn't realize there's a TV camera
You
aimed at
guys,
him.
this is like your little brother.
God damn, man.
You have such control.
You were on a show that almost was the precursor for
Oh, it
precursor.
definitely was a
precursor.
That's a good word.
Because that's in Breaking Bad. But
Yeah.
also Weeds was like kind of the
broke down the door for Breaking
broke
Bad.
down the door
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Breaking Bad, he says.
And he's the post-cursor. I got nothing, man.
He's just a cursor.
I'm just cursed.
Damn, no, your words you use. Pussy. You can say
What was another dirty drink? What were you thinking of? I don't know shit about golf.
25,000 a week he costs.
Is that right?
He says really.
Well, we also have to take a break.
Are you kidding me?
It says it right on the monitor.
We have no
Really?
sponsors.
Oh, I thought we do have a sponsor, right?
You know what's amazing that I didn't
We
know?
have no sponsors.
It's got word we have to take a break.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's great. Well, let's take a break.
All right. Let's take a break.
Say it to the camera.
How do you take it?
Let's take a break.
And that's it. That does it? Go ahead, say something to me, and I'm going to show you how I act by reacting.
How are you feeling, Kevin?
In my head, I'm thinking, how am I feeling? All right.
Jesus, that was good.
I'm not finished.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm all right. You?
I guess I'm all right. I don't know.
Worst reaction ever. Doesn't even know how he fucked. But whatever, you need a sidekick.
You have a sketch that you wrote that gets like on at 12:55.
Yeah.
And then Lauren comes and goes, you got to move this down to 4 minutes.
Yeah, how
You
do
gotta
you
make
do
it
that?
3.5
How is
minutes.
that possible?
He says, we could either put it on or, we'll cut it and do it another week. And it's not going to get on another week.
Yeah.
So
It's
you
hard to
say,
do
"Oh,
that.
no."
You have to talk fast. You know what I mean?
No.
You don't know what
I
you
know
have
it.
to talk fast means?
Yeah, I know, but
That happened. How did you guys meet? Did you have to audition for
we
this?
covered that in the Tom Green episode. No, we met at Tempe Improv.
I like he's mad.
Well,
He's like he's mad at you. We covered that in the Tom Green episode.
I was saying it to you. I met him when I used to manage the improv in Tempe.
I didn't ask you if you managed the improv. I just asked you where you met him.
He's good with that.
Wasn't Kip Adada the guy who went over to? No, that was Kelly Monteith.
Kelly Monteith, another one.
He
But
went
these guys
over-
were all like established when I came in.
What's his name from
Richard
Chicago?
Lewis. That's it?
That's how he helps out.
He used to do the two-man act with Tim Reed.
Oh, Tom
John-
Dreesen.
Dreesen.
Yeah.
Beretta was the best.
And the Little Rascals, I saw him in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Book was riveting.
And the Flying
You didn't
Birds.
read the book?
No, but I heard it. Was
Yeah, you heard it
pretty
from me
good.
because I read it. God damn.
That was
this
a word you kept
motherfucker.
using,
I
right?
mean, no offense to him, but he's a good guy.
He's a good guy. Him and Beretta.
Had him do a joke.
All right. A good name for a dog is Syndrome. That then when he tries to attack someone, you can yell "Down, Syndrome."
Don't laugh.
It's not.
I apologize.
I mean, it's yeah.
That's like a
It was a
joke.
little insensitive, I guess.
How about this one?
Movie star and award-winning director Ben Affleck has vowed to live for one day on $1.50, or as Adam Egget calls it, a raise.
He did the joke and you were the punchline.
Yeah, I'm broke. There's going to be a Broadway musical based on the movie Rocky. I don't know if you guys heard about this. In the Broadway musical version of the show, after Rocky climbs the steps of the art museum, he goes inside and spends 2 hours looking at paintings.
I know, god damn.
Goes inside and looks at what? Paintings?
He looks at paintings.
I like
for
that.
2
That's a good one.
hours. In England, a woman was arrested for throwing a birthday party for her 16-year-old son that included marijuana, alcohol, and strippers. Now she's got even bigger problems. What to do for his 17th birthday?
Whatever. You know what my favorite impression that you did was? When Sam Donaldson was on the chair.
That was hilarious. I loved you as the audience member in the Phil Hartman's Donahue sketch when the women, they were like battered wives or something similar to that.
Were you in the, thank you. Were you in the,
Thanks so much for calling in, Super Dave. Please come
I
back.
didn't call in, asshole. I didn't call in. You called me. I'm not calling into this. Let me explain something. If I'm homeless, I'm not calling in.
Duly noted, Super Dave.
You understand? You understand?
Yes.
Remember the day before the lockdown, Norm had some set that went viral. It was a cookie jar dunk. I remember, like, me and my buddies in Ohio were all like, yo, did you see this Norm Macdonald set? It was on YouTube, probably still on there. He destroyed. And he even
right. At the improv,
Yeah,
right.
we're
When
all
he
gonna
talked
die
about
and-
the pandemic.
It
Yeah.
was a
Incredible.
cookie jar dunk. And you could tell it was off the rip. And it was all that, all the anxiety that the day before the whole world goes into lockdown.
Yeah.
And he was just on some fuck it. And it felt so good. Again, it made me feel like everything's gonna be fine.
I wasn't going to talk about the coronavirus. But on the way here, I got really ill. But I think it was because I ate a cherry pie. Like, I got a cherry pie from Bristol Farms, and I ate it, and then the car was going weird, and I was like, oh. And then he turned on the radio, Jeremy, and then all the fucking news was like, the guy was like, well, there's been so far 11 cases, 50, 200. I don't feel good, you're like, oh. This is not good. So my plan is just to not die. Survive long enough where they find a cure. Some people will have to die. But finally they'll find a cure for me. And then I'll thank all. It's funny how Big Pharma is so evil till now. It's like, what's it, $200 a pill? Yeah, that's good. That's fine. I'll take. Give me all you got. It's funny that we all now know how we're going to die. It's just a matter of what order at this point. Oh, I can't touch my fucking face. Remember the good old days when washing your hands didn't take 3 hours? Like A, B, C, D. Just take me now. So the mind never wanders too far from, like I'll be talking about all kinds of horse shit up here tonight, but every moment I'll be thinking of this disease. Just to let you know. But it comes at a good time, this, where we're all quarantined, because we know how to live like that, right? We got our fucking magic phones and computers and everything. We don't need no fucking people. It was the last step between us and happiness anyway, were people. Got the TV and shit. Fucking more interesting people than anybody I know. Listen to fucking First Take and spend my last moments on Earth with Max Kellerman.
We hate the most.
But I'm old anyway, so if I die, it won't be as much of a tragedy. I'm 68 years young, I like to say. Yeah. You get old and you start worrying anyway, Forget the coronavirus, like that's possible. But it was a good idea you made. It was a good choice tonight to come out and sit beside total strangers. At least I might be here. I can run, At least I can flee when I see it. Why is there an app for everything except how to rape a baby?
Jesus.
One of the most popular documentaries on Netflix. One of the most popular documentaries on Netflix is Jiro
Dreams of Sushi?
Jiro Dreams of Sushi.
I've seen that. That's very good.
That's
you
a
have?
fantastic documentary.
One of the least popular documentaries, Jiro Nightmares of Acid.
Oh, yeah.
That
unwatchable.
I liked it, the DVD commentary.
This is not topical. It's just about, it's as if it's about your life,
How come none of my friends ever have a dungeon? Instead, they all just have rape dungeons. So it's not a regular dungeon, is what you're saying.
Dungeon.
Thanks for again. The bus, I've never been thrown under an entire Trailways fleet.
Why did the moron throw the clock out the window?
Why?
Because it reminded him of Richard Clock, the man convicted of knife raping his wife. Good God Almighty. Jesus.
There used to be some. All right.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that one was coming.
Wait, I have a question. So you guys are two very funny females, but when you post videos on the internet, sometimes being a female is a little bit different than if I was to post a video on the internet. What's that like for you two?
Sometimes. We've been called certain things
many times. How do you deal with that stuff?
I think I'm numb to it now. We've been called everything so many times. I can't even
in the beginning
take
it was like,
anymore.
Oh my God, I can't believe this. We should just stop doing this. And then now we just don't read the comments and keep doing it.
Yeah.
I think that's the right way
I think
to
the
do it.
last comment I read
Are
was
you
the
guys
guy-
talking about Barfy Man 362?
Exactly.
Is that you?
No, that's that motherfucker. I don't even want to give him attention, but listen, saying those kind of things about me.
Talk to him right now. Talk to Barf.
Listen, Barfy Man 362.
All right.
No, you cannot rape my mother with a knife.
Now it's official.
Yeah, that's the kind of comment we didn't want to read anymore.
A lot of sandwich makers. Bitches, go make me a sandwich.
Those ones bother me less than the knife.
Oh yeah, the raping
mother
ones
stuff.
are worse.
Yeah, you don't want to be raped with a knife.
I'll gladly make
I
a
would
sandwich.
much rather be raped with something else.
Yeah.
I had a black guy open for me, and I got him into the hotel. Nice guy, Vince Champ. His name was Vince Champ. No. I don't know whatever happened to that fella. But a nice man.
Arrested for rape.
He knows. He knows. And he's not making fun of rape.
Well, it's like that comedian that would rape people at comedy club. No, in colleges.
Yes, Vince Champ.
They always said his great gimmick was that people would think who did it, and they never, because he'd go on to another town and another college, but when people say, what about the comic?
Yeah. Maybe the worst gimmick a comic ever had.
Straight to the heart. I went a long time acting like I wasn't broken apart by you.
Michelle Greffy.
Yeah, you got a bad review in the paper by Michelle Greffy. She hates you.
Yeah.
What'd she say?
But the New York Times loves me. But Michelle Greffy hates me.
What's something Michelle said?
She says, all the charm of a date rapist.
But a date rapist has to have charm, right?
That's true. A date rapist has to have a lot of charm, right?
I would imagine so.
Real rapists don't, but date rapists.
They have to have enough charm to get you on a date.
They gotta get you on a date, exactly.
He took your punchline.
Sometimes you'd see guys, like I knew this guy, I don't know if you've ever met a guy who's like, you don't even understand it, but it just gets women all the time, and it's like very mysterious.
Yeah.
Like, but like I know this one guy literally got a different woman every night. I'm not even exaggerating. I asked him what his secret was. He said he was a serial rapist.
So for him, it was just
I don't think that counts.
perfect.
You want me to call Don Omar right now and ask him if you could have your job back?
Sure.
Okay. Gary, let's take a break. Give me the phone number for Don Ohlmeyer. Where is he? Do you have a number on him?
Lojo probably has a number.
Lojo. Who's Lojo?
Lojo.
Is that the guy you're with?
No, she's my assistant.
Lojo.
Yeah.
Let me see her. Is she here?
Yeah.
Let me take a look at your assistant, man. What's that about?
She's just my
Is she
assistant.
hot?
No, she's not hot.
Really?
She's not, I don't want to say that.
You just did.
You just did. He goes, I don't want to say that.
No.
Is she like a sexy assistant?
No, I don't
What?
want to. You know, she's a very nice girl.
Lojo.
So I don't want to say she's not hot.
You know what Lojo rhymes with?
But, bloke.
Yeah, oh, shh.
Sorry.
It actually doesn't rhyme with that,
No,
does
it
it?
doesn't.
No. Lojo.
Yeah. I brought my friends Lojo and Frank Sebastiano and Artie Lang, my buddy that I did this movie with.
So a shout out to Jim Downey, and I'm thinking about him because Norm so loved him and admired him, and a shout out to a very special person, Lori Jo Hoekstra, who was Norm's, right hand partner in crime, and she. I did have a chance to speak to her since this all happened, and she's just such a lovely person, and I'm thinking of her because she just did so much for Norm over the years, and Norm was so lucky to have her. So I just wanted to address those two people who I think deserve our love and thoughts right now. I was talking to Lori Jo, and I asked her if it's okay if I related this, and she said it was okay. But she said that not too long ago, someone asked Norm about the moth story that he told on our Tonight Show, and that she said the guy wanted to know what made you have the nerve to do that, and that he said that it was that goddamn Frank Smiley. He said I was only supposed to do one segment. And then suddenly in the commercial break, Frank came over and said, you're doing another one, because whenever I had Norm, I was greedy. I wanted more Norm. I always wanted more Norm. And so he didn't know that we were going to ask him to do a second segment. He had nothing planned. Mm-hmm. Absolutely nothing planned. And so as recently as not that long ago, I think this was a couple of months ago, he was telling somebody, damn it, that was Frank Smiley. Hey, get back out there. Conan wants more.
So he heard that joke from Colin Quinn.
Uh-huh.
And he did the segment, and it was he had 7 minutes prepared.
Yeah.
And so he basically, you say, and then he's done. You say, we'll be right back with more Norm. And he goes, I've got nothing to say.
Yeah.
So then he remembered the Colin joke, and it was a 20-second joke. So he asked you, how long is the segment?
Uh-huh.
And he was hoping you'd say 20 seconds.
Right.
But you said 7 minutes.
Yep.
So it became a 7-minute joke.
Yeah. I said to Lori Joe today, I said, on the flip side, because I brought this up, and I said, on the flip side, if in a magical world, Norm had been presented with all of this incredible praise, he would have found a way to deflect it.
Yeah.
Ridicule
Probably would have
it.
made his skin crawl.
Yeah,
in some
exactly.
way. Yeah.
And so, he wouldn't have this might have been the way he wanted it, but
It's been a while, and I still like the way you look at me.
One that makes me laugh every single time. And well, I mean, I'll tell you the joke, I'll tell you in a second, but I also love the phone call that is 100% real. I almost left in the editing because as soon as we finished it, I was in the room with them. He did it completely alone, but I was in the room in there. And as soon as we finished, I said, who called? And it had been his brother, Leslie.
Yellow is the best color, but I don't know if you call that an opinion. It's just a, oh, hold on, it's my phone. Hello? I got to phone you back on account I'm doing a special on the TV, comedy special. So I'll call you back, okay? Okay.
So I almost left that. Oh my, I just froze there. But I almost left that. I almost left that in just so people knew that phone call was real. But anything Norm does is real. So it's not even a question of whether that was a fake call or not. It was real. And then of course with the dog barking, I like that in there too.
Like I flew in from Vegas, I remember one time, and there was some turbulence. And I was like, I'm eating that fucker in 14 years.
But Hail the Sluts makes me laugh every time. For she's a jolly good slut. So anyway, that's my joke that makes me laugh every time.
And you know what I was way ahead on? Slut shaming. I was always against that. I remember telling the fellas in high school, I go, guys, I think we're making a big mistake by shaming the sluts. You see, here's what is my concern. I feel if we shame them too much, they might stop becoming sluts, and further ladies might not want to be sluts either. I have a different idea. Other than shaming the sluts, it's a bold idea. I say we take the sluts and we put them on our shoulders and we go, oh, hail the slut. Oh, for she's a jolly good slut, that kind of thing, So I was way ahead of it, man, way ahead of it.
I just wanna live my life. I wanna kiss you, I wanna kiss you. You told me that we should go our separate ways, but now you're back. My life without.
His mom, he mentions in it that he had a place for her nearby. He did. She's in Canada, so she would spend winters in Los Angeles, and he got her a place nearby him. And so he really did have, I know, of course, it's a joke. There's a punchline there, but the reflection on his mom is real. Yeah.
What was Rodney Dangerfield like being around?
He was as Rodney as you would think.
But later in his life, didn't he wear a bathrobe and nothing underneath?
A lot of times,
yeah. Which is funny, but I don't know if he was trying to be funny.
I don't know. He was a good dude. Like when you would shoot, I remember eating lunch with Rodney during Little Nicky. It was just me and Rodney sitting in my trailer and just talking, relaxed. And he was just a sweet guy. Just a sweet guy. He did feel like he wasn't like no respect from the industry. He just felt like he was a no respect guy in life. He was just like, oh, this. He felt like he always had bad luck in all those stories. And but he was a genuine sweet guy. I do remember when the Hanukkah song. But Rodney, anyways, Rodney said to me, boys, he goes, what are you doing there? Announcing to everybody you're a Jew. I go, I know what you don't like. He goes, I wouldn't tell that. No, I don't. Just let it. If they know, they know. But don't. It was so funny.
When Rodney was dying, you did talk to him in the hospital.
Yeah.
And you were, you see, this is the balls on you. Guy's dying. He means something to you. What was it you said to Rodney about you were going to go now tell the world his secret?
Don't worry, I'll let everybody know that you were gay. It's that kind of thing isn't found on anymore. And he was kind of staring off into space, and there was no action on the machines or anything like that. And at that point, his eyes kind of shifted, and his mouth started shaking like he wanted to say something to me. And he was like, I could see there was a look of like joy and recognition and stuff. And all the machines lit up, and this crash team ran into the room and said, what the hell is going on and stuff. And they said, he hasn't shown any signs like that in a long time. So he knew I was there.
He was an event guest on Carson, like you say, somebody you knew was coming on, like Rodney. You had to watch.
This other level of them going on. It was extra exciting.
Yeah, or Steve Martin.
Yeah.
Too.
And I remember with Rodney Dangerfield, first he'd come out and do a set, which would be hysterical. And then the panel would be even
The panel was
funnier.
the second set.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
How you
It
doing?
was like a double set. He'd do another 10 minutes sitting down.
Yeah, it was sort of like, so Rodney, how are you?
Right. That was it.
Well, I'm okay now, but last week I was in rough shape.
That was it. And he'd do 20 minutes.
Yeah. And my doctor, Dr. Vinny Gunbats.
Now that I think of it, he never actually said anything real.
No,
he never said anything about
it. Wasn't a real interview.
The panel was a whole second set, and I liked the panel even better than the stand-up. It was so ridiculous.
The flies chipped in to fix the hole in the screen because his wife was such a terrible cook. Just do one after the other. And then one every now and then one wouldn't work.
Yeah.
And he'd just take that one out and he'd cross it off.
He took a break, right? Didn't he do it for years, and then he took like a 20-year break where he didn't do it?
He has an interesting history.
But I heard he wrote jokes during that time, and then he came back in his 40s or maybe even 50s.
I think he was Jack Roy.
Jack Roy.
In the beginning, and he has a very strange
And then,
past.
according to...
He's a tin man.
Yeah.
He was selling aluminum siding.
Yeah, and something crooked was happening, and the police...
Well, Cliff Nestoroff is the man to check with on that. He might Rodney reportedly was kind of caught up in some scandal for selling
I didn't know that.
for selling siding to widows and
widows.
Before he found his way back into stand-up. He didn't have the no respect thing when he first started out.
No,
he developed that over the years.
Did you meet him?
What? Oh, Rodney. In fact, I did 2 bad movies with.
You were in Meet Wally Sparks.
Meet Wally Sparks.
How could we forget?
And you'll never know the name of the next movie.
Something about midnight.
Yeah, Back by Midnight.
Back by Midnight. I listened to you on the other episodes.
Oh,
I know that surprises
okay.
you.
Knicks, the New York Knicks.
What?
Did you say Knicks movie?
The next movie.
Next.
Yeah. And I remember one time seeing Rodney on stage, and he was trying out stuff, and the audience just wasn't with him.
Really?
And he stops for a while, and he's fixing his tie and looking both ways, and then he goes, "Hey, if anybody tells you you're a hot crowd, you spit in their face, okay?"
You saw him say that?
Oh, yes.
I saw him at Westbury a bunch of times.
Did they laugh when he said that?
Oh, yeah.
Now you also wrote for Rodney. Did you do stuff?
No, but so little. You know,
Well, you went on the road with him, didn't you?
for 2 weeks. You know, it's so funny. People come up to me and say, "You're so full of shit, man. You aren't that close to Rodney. You made a big deal." I said, I never said that I did anything that I didn't do. We went away for 2 weeks, and to this day, I'm still remembering fucking shit that he did and said, which is like...
Was he really that big a party? I read all these stories.
He was a
about
big party, but he wasn't funny. He was just funny. You know, like what he said, the funniest thing he ever said was not him being funny. And to this day, I don't think I ever heard anything funnier in my life. It's 1980, and it's Fort Lauderdale, Easter time. Wall to wall, college girls in bikinis. Luckily, you don't have a gun on you because you put a bullet in your head. And me and Rodney are walking along the sidewalk, and here's the beach. You can't see the water for the girls in bikinis. And he just turned to me and said, "Don't you wish you could just fuck anybody you wanted?" I'm like, who says that?
He used to be my neighbor. Rodney lived in the Pavilion on York Avenue between 76 and 77th Street.
I know it well.
I lived in the Kingsley, right up the road from where he was. And one morning I'm out there, going out to get my morning coffee, and there's Rodney in a bathrobe.
In his blue bathrobe with his nutsack hanging.
Walking little Fifi. He goes, "Hey, Fifi. Yeah, gonna pull my arm out of my socket. Slow down, Fifi." And he's in his boxer shorts and his blue.
Oh, God.
I love
There's
the story.
not a comic on the East Coast that hadn't seen him in that ratty fucking bathrobe.
I love the story. If you watch the Caddyshack documentary, his first scene in a movie ever was when he's on the golf course and he goes, "Oh, my arm." So now it's his first scene, and he's all, apparently he used to wear a vial of cocaine around his neck. So he sat there doing bumps all day. So he's already tweaked. So he's like, "Oh, my arm." And then, he cut. "That's it. I quit. I'm done. I don't want to do movies. I'm just doing stand-up. I'm leaving. Find someone else." And everybody's like, "Rodney, why? What's the matter? You were great." He goes, "What are you talking about? Nobody laughed." And they were like, "You can't. It's a movie. Everybody's got to be quiet." The whole crew is sitting there going, they're holding their mouth. He goes, he was so used to everybody.
It's a tough concept.
When he said a joke, people instantly responded. But on a movie set, you got to be quiet.
That was his first movie, right?
Yeah, that was the first scene. He was done. I'm done with this movie shit.
When I was with him in Las Vegas, he left Las Vegas and went to L.A. to actually do the reaction shots for Caddyshack. And he came back, and after the movie came out, one time he says, "Yeah, you look at that movie. It looks like we were on coke for every take. You know why?
Only you.
We were on coke for every take." And there's like a long shot of him. He's standing up on the thing. He's him waving the fucking golf club.
Yeah, but it looks good on you.
Here's a story about Rodney, man. He was fucking guy. Kept doing coke and shit, even when you get scared at some point. You stop doing drugs.
Yeah.
Right.
Most humans.
Not him.
This fucker, 80, whatever he was, doing all kinds of shit. Saga told me this story, right? So he's in the hospital, and he's got a fucking brain tumor that's going to cause a heart attack. All this crazy shit, right?
Right.
So everybody's worried about him. Just leaves the hospital 2 days later, right?
Walks out on his own.
Yeah, so he's in the comedy store with two hookers, and he's waiting for Ron Jeremy to show up.
Oh my goodness!
So this is 2 days later.
Yeah.
So Saget told me he walked in, he was like completely shocked. He said, "Rodney, how you doing, man? Well, what's going on?" He goes, "How are you doing?" And Rodney goes, "How am I doing?" He goes, "I'm sitting here with two whores waiting for a guy who can suck his own dick. How you doing?"
Still very quick.
I met him on Saturday Night Live because he came and did, when I did Update, he came and did some jokes on his 75th birthday. So we have to do dress first at 8:30 and then at 11:30 the show,
Right.
So he comes and he's like, "Hey, Norm, I got to fucking talk to you, So I go in and I'm like, "Mr. Dangerfield, it's great to meet you." That's the first time I ever met him. He goes, "Listen, man." He goes, "What the fuck, man? Why am I doing it at 8:30, I know my fucking jokes. I'll just come back at 11:30. I go, "I don't know how it works, Rodney. You got to do it." He goes, "God damn." He goes, "Let me tell you something, kid." This was his advice to me.
Kid.
He goes, "Let me tell you something, kid." He goes, "This fucking TV shit, He goes, "This waiting around all the fucking time. It's a bunch of it's all shit, you know? It's shit. He goes, it's the same with fucking movies, you know? You're in the movie, and then you're in the fucking trailer all the time. That's all you're doing is fucking jerking off in the trailer, you know? He goes, it's all shit, kid. He goes, remember this and remember it forever. Stand up, man. That's all there is. Stand up.
And he meant it.
Then there's a fucking 5-minute pause. He's looking me right in the eyes. He goes, stand up, shit.
He forgot. It's all shit.
Okay, well.
A negative guy. Yeah, it's just great, though. What a funny man. Just naturally funny man. Is it true that, was Richard Pryor a huge hero of yours?
Oh, yeah.
Was his last television...
I met Rodney, man, when I was I made the worst mistake ever, which I was in the fucking hotel, and I loved Rodney and shit. I didn't know him. And I was coming down in the casino. I was coming down the fucking elevator, and Rodney was in the elevator. I'm like, oh my God, it's Rodney. I gotta say something to him. So anyways, I'd worked on some stupid fucking thing with this director who said he worked with Rodney.
Yeah.
So I used that as a thing, right? So I go, hey, Rodney. I go, we have a common friend. He goes, who's that? I go, Paul Johnson. He goes, that cocksucker. He goes, that fucker's no friend. And there's a full elevator. That fucker's no friend of mine. You tell him he can suck my dick. I'm like, oh, I'm not his friend. I'm not his friend. But you remember that book on stand-up written by maybe William Goldman? I can't remember. But it was about Lenny Bruce. It was about Lenny Bruce.
I don't think I read that.
It was Lenny Bruce.
I never met Lenny Bruce, but I know who William Goldman is.
So there was a guy that was with Lenny Bruce that was supposed to be the funniest guy.
Well,
and he was Rodney's friend.
Joe Ancis.
Yes.
Joe Ancis, Rodney
Now,
told
I met
me.
Joe Ancis.
No way.
He came to Saturday Night Live, and he wasn't very funny.
Well, he was an old man by then, right?
Yeah, he was with Rodney.
You know, there's a story about him that he was so OCD that he got into a bathroom, took off all of his clothes, and naked in a toilet, but didn't lock the stall door.
Yeah.
And Rodney told me this story, and it has to be true, I guess, and because he didn't tell that many stories this many times. And he's naked, standing on a toilet seat. So you look under the stall, and the guy saw that there was nobody there, and he was trying to take a shit, and he was just naked like a crow, and his clothes were laid up over the side of the stall.
Yeah.
And a guy opened the stall, and they both because he was naked with his dick hanging out.
My God.
Just a creepy story. There was no punchline to it except how OCD the guy was, how crazy.
I heard a great story, and correct me if I'm wrong, about you running into Rodney after he got out of a hospital at Caroline's. Was that you? And he was waiting for Ron Jeremy?
Yeah, that was at his place. That's actually in the book.
It's in the book.
Is that in the book?
Yeah, there's a story.
Tell everyone that story.
It's a true thing. That I was supposed to have dinner with Rodney at 7 o'clock on a Wednesday. And I got to his place, and he was in a robe, and he'd just had surgery, but he was healed, wasn't hanging out. He had a scar up here, and he said they took out all my guts, lied him next to me, and then put them all back in. That's how he talked about his surgery. It's just like something quick, like Legos or something. And so I got to his place Wednesday night, and his wife was going out with a friend, and he goes, "Bob, you didn't call to confirm." I said, "I'm not late. This was the plan." "You didn't call to confirm, man. I'm sorry. I got Ron Jeremy coming up here with 2 hookers." And I said, "Well, I got to go. I'm not going to. I met Ron before. No offense. I just don't. I'm good. I'm going to leave." And Rodney goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, man. I feel bad." He had a release on the table that just says, "I, Ron Jeremy, allow Rodney to use me in his book." And that was just going to be his signature. That's what it was all for. So Rodney goes, "Sorry, I'll walk you out. I feel bad, Bob." And he walks me over to the elevator, and the elevator was just to his unit. And I walk over, and the doors, I'm on the inside of the elevator, and I go, he said, "How you doing, Bob?" I said, "I'm doing pretty good. I would have liked to have dinner, but how are you doing?" And he goes, "You want to know how I'm doing? You're leaving, and I'm waiting for a guy that can suck his own cock. That's how I'm doing." And then the doors closed. And we both laughed out loud because he said it he had no energy up to that moment. And when he said it, it was like a back-to-school moment. "That's how I'm doing." And he yelled it. And that's what the guy could do, apparently. The potato bug of porn actors.
Yeah.
Could curl himself up.
And you've met him.
I met him. He loves comics.
Thinks he's funny. He's the funny one.
Loves comedians. That's the guy you definitely want to fist bump, not shake.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about that big juicy thing you were talking about.
No.
He was awesome.
I officiated his funeral.
Oh, man.
It was pretty intense to put him away. I was with him in the emergency, sorry, I got a little, in the intensive care. He was in a coma, so I'd go in and talk to him.
How old was he when he passed?
84.
That's amazing. He did all that coke and he made it to 84.
He stopped doing coke. He just liked pot, but he
When
did
did
a
he stop
lot
doing
of coke.
When did he stop?
I think about 10 years before he died.
Still amazing. 74 years old doing coke, going, I got another 10 years. I'll tell you what.
I can't. How do you stop?
Woo!
No booze, no coke, no pot, no pills.
Yeah.
They said that this guy, Don Ohlmeyer, turns out to be the president.
Yeah, now I know Don Ohlmeyer, and just between you and me, he's an idiot.
Oh. Yeah, I'm firing you there from the show. And then I said, oh, that's not good. And then I said, why is that now? And he goes, oh, you're not funny.
Yeah.
And then I said, holy Lord, that's even worse news, you know? He goes, no, I don't got nothing to fall back on. He's a good man.
Well, he just fired you. What do you mean he's a good... What is wrong with you?
There's too much cock talk. This guy has fevered nightmares all night. Dreams, I mean, like sweaty, fevered dreams from the cock talk that's been all over his head.
Why bury me twice? He's killing me.
No, he's a good man.
That erased it. All right.
No, he's a good man.
Who cares?
After all that, that's the whiteout he puts on.
Yeah, I know, it's awesome.
After he talks about you doing chin-ups on cock for 18 minutes. He goes, no, he's a good guy. I'll put it in sports terms why you got fired. You were fucking with OJ too much. That's exactly why you were fired, man.
Well, I don't know.
That's his buddy.
Yeah, it's his buddy.
Yeah, well, that's why you got canned.
OJ's a good guy. I mean, he's not...
We got to end on that, Normie, but there's what they'll remember you by. OJ's a good guy.
Man.
Thanks for coming
I swear to God, though, when you sit on a couch for the living. You should think about not giving that up. That's a great job. You sit on a couch, and you sit on a chair.
It got to be too much, though. I'm looking to lay down. Gotta tone it down a bit.
No, but you're a great man, and I'm going to miss you on the show, man. You're a great man, isn't he? Because I was in the movie The People Against Larry Flint.
Versus Larry. You were in the movie. The People versus. There was a famous movie, and you're in it.
I was in it. I was one of the people that was versusing him.
Okay.
So I said to him, he said to me, hey, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. When Larry Flint says, I'll take care of you, I assume that means I'll be having sex with an odd-looking lady, and then he'll come in whacking off on his wheelchair.
Well,
but he's a wonderful guy.
I think
you know where this guy started? He used to work under the Queensboro
George
Bridge.
Washington. I named the wrong bridge.
No, Queensboro Bridge, and he'd jerk off punks for $15 a man. That's when I first met him. But he's a good guy. I met Dr. Phil. The guy's not even a psychiatrist.
No, he's just a big
buffoon. Yeah, he was. They put him. I had a TV show, and they put him. I didn't know who he was, and then he played a psychiatrist. He played himself as a psychiatrist. So I said, "Oh yeah, how long have you been a psychiatrist?" He goes, "I'm not a psychiatrist."
Wow.
I go, "You're not?" He goes, "No." He goes, "I met Oprah. I'm a jury consultant. You know, people that select juries.
Okay.
Because Oprah was going against had a lawsuit against a bunch of cattle or something.
Right.
And so he was picking the jury, and he just he said some old timey.
That's a hard jury to pick.
Cattle.
Because if you have any ties with any cows or any.
Oh, right, in Texas.
I'm just because you have to be completely.
That's true. That's true.
But he must have been good at his job.
Yeah, he was great at that job, and then he fooled America, you know.
Yeah.
No, he's a good guy, I guess. But
did she make him a doctor?
He was a doc. Well, yeah, that was just kind of his nickname, Doc.
That was his nickname.
Like Doc Ellis.
Right.
But anyways, Joyce Brothers. Yeah. Well, I don't want to speak ill of the dead, but what a fucking whore.
Jesus.
No, she was a nice lady. Adam was going, okay, you stand over with basketball scene. You stand over here, you stand over there, you get over here. Timmy, you come around, you take the ball from Rock, you give it to... Well, somebody yell, shoot! Somebody yell action! Said somebody yell action. And it was like, action! No. Dugan directed the movie, but he was a good guy. Yes. I was showing Annie, did you ever meet Annie? A sketch that me and Sandler wrote in my first year.
The ski lift?
Yeah, you remember that?
I love that one, yeah.
Oh, you remember that sketch?
Yeah. Oh. Was with Chevy Chase?
No.
It was with, what's his
Jason
name?
Patrick.
Jason Patrick, yeah.
Yeah, it was not good. But did you ever have like...
You don't mind saying you don't like somebody.
What?
No, I think you said this.
No, he's a great man as an individual.
But how about as a group?
But I learned this from Robert Blake, who won't come on the show.
Nice guy.
I love him. But do you know him? Can you get him on the show?
No, I saw him on Beretta, though. I said, that looks like a nice guy.
Yeah, Beretta was the best.
And the Little Rascals, I saw him.
Yeah.
The book was riveting.
And the flight.
You didn't read the book?
No, but I heard it.
Yeah, you heard it from me because I read it. God damn.
That was a word you kept
motherfucker.
using, right?
I mean, no offense to him, but he's a good guy. Because it's funny with Saturday Night Live, isn't it? The people that either they go on to huge fame or they fizzle into oblivion generally.
Yeah. And it's...
then there's me.
And then there's you.
But you know what I mean? They go huge, like big movies and big movie stars, or they're stabbing themselves in the belly out in the snow naked in Connecticut.
That is true.
Well, in Charles Rockets, it was only because he was on Saturday Night Live.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he wrote it in blood on the snow. Have you heard of this? What? No, he's a good guy. Who are some of the guys you've seen? Charlie Fleischer?
Some of the guys you started out with.
Charlie Fleischer?
Yeah, Charles, he doesn't come by much anymore. But...
Charles Fleischer used to always close the Improv. He'd always close.
Yeah.
And he'd do an hour.
I'm not sure. I think that guy's out of his goddamn mind. Am I allowed to say? I don't even know. If he comes back, it could be awkward. But
what happened?
He's just out of his mind.
What did he do?
You know, I'm not gonna get into it.
Did you have an encounter with him?
I mean, no, just every encounter.
That you have?
It's very bizarre. Off-putting.
Well. He seemed like a good guy. I had a black guy open for me, and I got him into the hotel. Nice guy, Vince Champ. His name was Vince Champ.
Oh, no.
I don't know whatever happened to that fella. But a nice man.
Arrested for rape.
He knows, and he's not making fun of rape.
Two businessmen bought the Milwaukee Bucks for $550 million. They are very excited with their purchase, as this is the only legal way to own black people. Now that is here, and I read that.
Well, you're not there. You know how businessmen are racist?
They are.
Yeah, so it's them being racist.
They are.
You.
The two businessmen that bought the Milwaukee Bucks for $550 million are racist, according to this.
They're fine, man.
Hey,
how about this? The Dalai Lama said that killing in the name of religion is unthinkable. Hey, thanks, Dalai Lama. I'm sure everybody will fucking listen to you. No one listens to the Dalai Lama.
No one. He doesn't have a wide
like the head of another church is going to listen to the Dalai Lama. Oh, whatever. Everybody's good. You watch the Saturday Night Live show? Yeah. What time is that on now, Paul? Huh? I say, what time would that be on?
It's like it's 11. It's live. I think.
Yeah.
Norm Macdonald.
Tonight, a side of me you've never seen. My evil twin, otherwise known as Norm Macdonald, joins me for an evening of comedy, revelry, and fashion tips. Also with us, comedian David Spade. Join me, along with me,
and David Spade. We're all next on Larry King Live. Welcome to Larry King Live. Tonight, a very special guest, the Iron Horse of broadcasting. Larry King is with us. Larry, welcome.
An honor to be with you, Larry.
Well, welcome to the show.
This is strange, isn't it?
It's strange, but it's good.
I'm very proud to be. I've always wanted to guest with you.
Yes.
Yeah, it's weird.
Good to be on the other side of the desk.
Yes, good to see myself. You know, now I'm starting to talk like you talk like me. All right, what's the question?
The first question is, Larry, you've done it all. You've interviewed everybody from Sadat to, who's another guy?
And name it, Clinton.
Sadat to Clinton, all through the years. What is the key to being a good interviewer?
The key?
The key to being a good interviewer.
Is being a good listener.
What was that? A listener. You have to listen.
You have to listen to the answers,
Listen.
which gives you the next question to ask.
The next question to ask.
In other words, if you're a good listener, you ask me, like, who was your favorite?
I see,
and then I answer, and it surprises you. So you say, why? Or what did he do that made him your
I
favorite?
see, all right.
You gotta be engrossed.
Engrossed
In the
guest.
subject. Yes, the guest counts.
The guest is everything.
Not the host.
Not the host.
The guest counts. I'm the guest.
Fair enough.
Host
Well,
me.
Then let me ask you this. Of all the people that you've ever interviewed over the years, how many people would you say you've interviewed?
40,000.
40,000.
That's what they figure 40 years, about 1,000 people a year.
40,000 guests. Now, who was the physically ugliest guest you ever encountered? The ugliest.
Ugliest.
The Elephant Man. You ever interview the Elephant Man?
No, we tried.
He was ugly.
But we didn't do. We almost had Siamese twins once.
Really?
Didn't do them.
You're saying Siamese twins are ugly?
They were connected at the head.
And that
would have been difficult.
Not attractive to you?
No.
Would you marry a Siamese twin?
Now stop that. I didn't come here to be insulted.
No, but
All right.
So you never interviewed
I'm
the
trying to
Elephant
think if you asked a good... No, I did not interview the Elephant Man. I'm trying to think of the ugliest man I have ever interviewed. The ugliest man. Who's the guy who produces Saturday Night Live?
Lorne Michaels.
That's the man.
Yes, I've met him. He is a
Hard to look at.
Not easy on the eye.
No, not. It's hard to interview people like that.
Not easy on the eye. So you're saying, Larry King, that you find conjoined twins ugly?
At the head, yes.
At the head, they're ugly.
At the hip, they're not ugly.
The
But at the head, it's grotesque.
It's grotesque.
Don't you think it's grotesque?
No, I find all humans beautiful.
Larry, that's why we love you.
That's right.
Oh, what now?
Now, let me ask you this.
What?
You are a very happily married man now.
Very.
How many times have you been married?
6.
6 times, and now...
Finally.
6 is the charm.
The right girl came along. Shauna.
A lovely
Shauna. I
woman.
call her Shauna because it's like...
And how long have you been married?
7 months.
7 months, which is a record.
No, this is the first... I've been married, Larry, but I've never been married.
Married.
This is married.
Married like...
She's my friend. Like, I love her.
I see. That's what Clinton says about his wife, isn't it?
I came to the show expecting the best. I didn't expect to be humiliated this way.
Well, let me ask you this, Larry. You're married.
Yes.
6 months.
Yes, 7 months.
7 months.
See, you gotta listen.
Okay, 7
Okay.
months it's been.
Been.
And yet, you started necking with Marlon Brando on the air. What's that all about?
Marlon grabbed me. It was him, not me.
So it was him.
It was him.
He kissed you.
Out of nowhere, he kissed me on the lips.
Oh, my Lord.
And I tell you the truth.
He was aroused.
I can't stop thinking about him.
Was he aroused?
Was he aroused?
That's a journalistic question.
That's correct. And if Ed Bradley's here, I'll have him ask it. I had no idea. I was shocked, Larry, when he did that.
Shocked when Marlon Brando kissed
Absolutely. Wouldn't you be?
I would enjoy it.
Are you? Never mind.
Am I Larry King gay? Was that your question?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Yes. I'll come out of the closet right now. On your show, I, Larry King, irreversibly gay.
Irreversibly
Yes,
gay?
that's what the doctors have told me. I had the quintuple bypass, and then they said there's a slight side effect.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Don't ask, don't tell, exactly.
All right, what's next? What do you have another
What's next? Let me think. Quick question, favorite SNL performer of all time?
SNL?
Saturday Night Live.
My favorite Saturday night performer of all time. Norm Macdonald's way up there. He's going to be on the show tonight.
He's terrific.
He's funny.
Very funny.
Why is he leaving?
Why is he leaving what?
Why is he leaving Saturday Night Live?
Well, I don't know too much
You got to
about
listen to answer. You don't like him, do you?
I don't care for him.
Belushi was way up there. But if I had to pick a McDonald, Belushi, very strong. And the guy, Dennis Miller.
Dennis Miller, terrific.
Right,
Terrific.
bright, intelligent.
Very bright, intelligent.
We have about a minute left to my portion of Guess With You because
Minute
I've
left.
got to go.
Well, I wanted to bring up one thing. Not only are you master of the medium of TV, you also write a column in USA
right.
Today.
I do, every Monday.
I have it with us.
Yes.
I have it with us. Every Monday, you write a column for USA Today.
Correct.
And you read USA Today?
Yes.
Terrific paper.
Right.
Terrific paper. Now, I've got your Monday, April 6th column. I'd like to quote something for you. Here you say, Kathy Bates is sensational in primary colors.
Yes.
Still feel that way?
Why would I change? You mean, on reflection, she's not sensational?
So you're saying on reflection, she's not sensational?
No, I'm saying Thanks for having me on.
Wait, I have another one.
Which one?
It says here, I haven't seen kids shooting marbles in years.
I haven't.
Still feel that way? Now, what about this one? For my money, of all the guests I've ever interviewed, the Elephant Man was the ugliest. Did you not tell me you never interviewed the Elephant Man?
And so, one of us is lying, in print or on the air.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Larry King, good to have you with us, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Starr.
And we will be back. We'll return with David Spade, a funny man, and Norm Macdonald, an even funnier man. Stay with us.
You say I don't listen. I tell you I try. And we both got our own problems.
There's no chance of you running for president again?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, really? Because, it'd be good for me. Kind of help you keep you on the front pages,
Now, believe me, Norm, running for president doesn't always keep you in the front pages unless you, of course, take a dive off the podium.
Yeah, that did get a lot of coverage, didn't it?
Yeah, and thanks for noticing here on Saturday Night Live. I appreciate it.
I don't write a lot of this stuff.
I do.
Across the Great Plains, harsh weather and hungry boll weevils are the cause of one of the worst cotton harvests in years. Or so the Germans would have us believe. Last Sunday's National Hockey League game between the Buffalo Sabres and the Tampa Bay Lightning was postponed due to record snowfall in Buffalo. Or so the Germans would have us believe. This year's lack of snow in Alaska could help generate a surplus of moose next year because deep snow makes it harder for moose to search for food, which leaves them more vulnerable to wolves. Or so the Germans would have us believe. In Fort Pierce, Florida, many Bell South customers will no longer pay long-distance phone rates for nearby calls, but will instead be charged with a flat rate of 25 cents. Or so the Germans would have us believe. In Little Rock, Arkansas, a consumer group is proceeding with a petition drive to get a proposal on the November ballot that would exempt food from state sales tax. Or so the Germans would have us believe. In St. Louis, archaeologists will use special radar on nearby landfills in an effort to find the 70-foot axle from a Ferris wheel, which was the centerpiece of the 1904 World's Fair. Or so the Germans would have us believe. And finally, last year, German Shepherds were rated the nation's most effective police dogs by far, sniffing out more than $100 million worth of illegal drugs. Or so the German Shepherds would have us believe.
One minute we hug, next minute we barely even hold conversations fine with me. I was born a savage, I can take the damage. Anything I do.
Oh, technical glitch of some sort there.
All right, he is the anchor of Saturday Night Live's Weekend Update. He also does a mean Bob Dole. Is there any other kind? Norm Macdonald. Hey, buddy. Thank you for coming. He's a rock and roller who sold over 45 million records. He could kick Slim Whitman's ass. Our very own favorite bat out of hell, Meatloaf, is right over here. How are you? Welcome to California.
Thank you. Hi, kids.
All right. Well,
all right.
Now, you're a musician. Did you watch the American Music Awards last night?
No, I didn't.
Okay, well, you should have. It was on this network. Well, I watched that last night, and I watched the Super Bowl, of course, like every other red-blooded American the day before. And I was thinking maybe I'd get an acclamation from this time. All right, to start off. Could we have people in show business and sports stop thanking God for what they do? God could give a rat's ass if you won an award or won a game. Like God cares about winning.
No, wait a second.
That's not what God's about, right?
The Cowboys are playing.
Well, I thought God was very, you know, God is fair. I would say if you're God, right, I would say one of your qualities would be fairness, right?
Above all others.
Yeah. And I thought this was a very fair Super Bowl because Green Bay won by exactly 14 points.
They covered the spread, in other words, right?
Exactly. Nobody won, nobody lost.
Well, what does that have to do with God?
I don't know.
But you know what I mean? Everybody gets up there, and the first thing they say is, thank God, I want to thank God. But I don't see that God is involved. I think it's their hubris to even say such a thing.
I think it's wonderful that they have faith in God, and they look to Him for everything to do.
I agree with you, Linda.
Oh.
By that.
In fact, I thank God that I'm here tonight with you, Bill.
But by the same
Don't you think so? I think so. Hallelujah, we're here now. Hallelujah.
He hopped up on goofball. I think.
But by the same token, the Patriots should lose their faith in God now.
Exactly.
They're being tested.
I think that God has partisan. I mean,
I don't think God watched the American Music Awards.
Exactly. I mean, he didn't get to where he is by giving a damn about it. The other thing is, how about this showboating that they all do? That these players, they celebrate the most inconsequential accomplishments. A guy puts on his chin strap and he's running around and routine tackles and plays. Now, my question here is also the dancing, you know. Now, let's be honest. In that Super Bowl, the only white guy dancing was Fred Astaire.
With a broom.
Right.
He's the only one not getting paid for dancing. Though.
Well, I mean,
Hey,
the white guys
professional
can't
sport.
dance. They probably couldn't do
Yeah.
that. I mean, that
They do
shuffle that...
chickens and gooses and things like that.
The white guys?
Yeah, Tony Saraguso, who plays for the Indianapolis Colts. He does the goose. That's where he gets his name. Somebody from Indianapolis.
But do you think that's more of a black thing? I mean, is it a black thing
They
that
do
we don't...
better.
What?
No, they're just better dancers.
Yeah, they're better And I think, you know
Goose
what?
really wants to dance. Go ahead.
What?
I think it's appropriate. I like it. It's a celebration. They're happy. They're having a good time. They're number one. They're, you know, they're
I mean,
feeling
I
good.
think you can go too far. I think, you know, when you dance in the end zone, that's fine. When you bump heads with other, but you know, sometimes, you know, I heard about one guy killed his wife and a waiter. You know what I mean?
You're referring to O.J. Simpson.
I'm not good with names. I just heard the story.
And there is another big sports story in the news. It was last week, a football player named Walt Sweeney. Do you remember him playing? You're a big fan. No? I don't either. But
Yeah,
you know? Okay, who did he play for? The Chargers, I think? All right. Okay. Anyway, he played 20 years ago, and he sued the NFL, and he won. The judge awarded him a couple of $1 million, and he said when he played, they made him take amphetamines and painkillers so he could get out there, and they encouraged drinking to be one of the boys, and now he's a drug addict from this stuff. That's what he said. He said his life has stood still for 20 years, and he's got the big mutton chop sideburns to prove it. And he's going to get money for this, and somebody else is going to take responsibility. Anybody
Yeah.
against
I always have something to say, Bill. No, am I against it? No, I'm not against it.
Really?
No.
You're
Because
not against what?
I'm not against the court awarding him $2 million. Because if you played football in that era, you ever heard anybody say, and everybody here said it, I don't know what I would do if I wasn't doing what I'm doing. And
Yes,
it holds
I've heard
really
that.
true for professional football players. And in that era, they wasn't making that much money compared to what they do now. Steve Young, how much does Steve Young make a year?
Oh, lots.
A lot. Well, he took 20 cortisone shots at halftime in the Philadelphia game.
Who did?
Steve Young.
20 cortisone.
20 cortisone shots in his rib.
Wow. His ribs must have been really high.
Yeah. So, this guy...
But that's his choice.
I understand that. I understand that, but he wanted to play, right?
But in 20 years, he could say, you guys got me hooked. But it was his choice to play. And isn't it the same with this guy, Walt Sweeney?
but he's being paid to play.
He's being paid, right. He's being...
Right?
I agree.
He's being paid to play. In that era, if you didn't take the drugs, you weren't going to be paid to play
But
anymore.
you just said, I don't know whether you're arguing the meat or the loaf here, because you're...
I think I said the same thing at the same time.
I'm confused.
Are you confused? Did I confuse myself?
You're saying it's a matter of choice.
Exactly.
Bottom
Thank
line.
you.
But it's not really a matter of choice. I agree with
Did
Meatloaf.
some of them turn it down?
That's easy, since like our president, he's on both sides of the issue.
No, I'm not on both
No,
sides.
he's saying that
Thank
you
you,
really
Mom.
have no
Translating.
choice. You have to do this to stay competitive.
Oh,
When
come
I
on.
ran track when I was a kid,
Oh, don't brag.
and when it started, when I ran track, I was good. And then all of a sudden, people started jabbing what they told me was B12 into their ass. And it turned out to be steroids, but I didn't know that.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, and then
And they did this to you?
no, they didn't. They didn't jam anything in my ass. But all the guys were jamming B12 in their ass. I don't know. I shouldn't be saying jamming. They were injecting.
This is
Anyway.
the peacock syndrome in action right here.
But he would not have played had he not taken the painkillers.
Well, what
Did you
about...
see North Dallas 40?
Yes,
I mean,
I did.
That was that was some kind of Hollywood exaggeration, but I think it was close to the truth.
But the implications for the rest of society are tremendous in this. Isn't that true?
I
that
agree.
also-
I have to believe there are some that turned down the drugs, that didn't take them. That,
Yeah, and they don't play.
Well, we don't know. I'd like to hear,
No, they don't, I'm telling you, they don't play.
Well, that should be illegal.
Would you feel differently if it was, say, a college football player 20 years later said, I'm illiterate because I played ball and they kept passing me through? Would you feel differently about it? Is it the drug issue, or is it the idea that somebody just went along?
I think that's a good analogy, but... But first of all, that's college. I mean, you are paying a college to educate you. So if they really, if they tried to and you just didn't do it, that's your personal responsibility.
So it's down to personal responsibility for
I
you,
think it is a
bottom line.
personal responsibility case. What about the hundreds and hundreds of football players who aren't suing, who did this? Why? How come their lives were able to
Some people have more of an addictive personality than others.
And the rest of us should pay for that?
Yeah, I think the guy with the really addictive personality is the one you should give $1.8 million to.
I mean,
in all walks of life, forget football.
Right.
Aren't people compromising every day to keep their jobs?
But couldn't Jan Michael Vincent say show business made me what I am today? I mean, right? Show business makes people do terrible things, like be on this show. All right, well, we're out of time in this area. We'll come back and talk about.
I need your love. You free my mind. I need your love. Yeah, you free my mind.
Military level, because an important ruling came down last week from federal judge Shira Scheindlin, who said that they could now buy at the PX on the base dirty magazine, if you will. Big military support here. Yeah. It's a big military state.
There's some deprived military personnel we can see.
She also included videos in the ruling saying they were also protected by free speech, although the plots were kind of thin. No, anyway, it was called the act that she overturned was called the Military Honor and Decency Act, which for years had banned the selling of this kind of material because they said in that act that they thought it would encourage sexual harassment. When now some people are saying maybe the opposite is true. A quick session with the pet of the month, and maybe that soldier is...
Yeah. You get sleepy. Don't you get sleepy?
What do you mean?
You don't want to rape somebody when you're sleepy.
Why are you sleepy?
Well, after you watch the porno. Listen, I like...
Norm, you have a strange metabolism.
Maybe it's those B12 shots you got.
Right. No, I
You're
like
in high
porno.
school.
I like porno as much as the next guy, you know? And I probably like it... I probably like it 100 times as much as the next guy. But although, you know, I have been watching... this is amazing, because porno is my favorite kind of movie to watch. And yet... I've seen some pornos lately that my buddies have shown me. Have you seen these ones with all male casts? Gay pornos, they're called. These things are horrible. And there's thousands of them. They make thousands of them. They have not made one good one. And I'll tell you what the problem with it is. Quite seriously. Yes, sir. Quite seriously, the problem with these gay pornos and every one guys having sex with each other. Who the hell wants to see that? You know?
Maybe you're shopping in the wrong section of the store.
It's not for me.
I wonder if they can't have those in the military base then.
But
don't ask, don't tell, don't watch.
Right. That's an interesting question. I don't know if this ruling includes gay material on the base. Do you know?
Well, you know, it's really ironic at a time when they're trying to sensitize the soldiers. They're sending them to training on how to treat women with respect, and now they're stocking the PXs with porno magazines. It doesn't make sense. I mean, it's a mixed message, wouldn't you say?
Why?
Well, because these magazines degrade women. They do.
And I'll say one thing.
Why don't you just stand up for this segment? You know, like in the...
This is a little warning for people. Playgirl magazine has not got any girls in it.
I give up.
No, please, this hunk is done. But I don't see You say, but they don't all degrade. You don't think Playboy
Well, I don't
degrades
look
women,
at
do
them.
you?
Obviously, I don't look at
Well,
them.
then how can you speak
I've
with
read
authority
about
if you
it,
don't look
and
at it?
I have a general idea of what's going on.
Have you ever seen one?
Yes, I have, but I don't. I don't go out of my way to look for them. No, I don't.
Well, Norm has some material in
Yes,
his,
I'll ask
dressing
Norm
room.
next time. I'll call him and.
He's got
see what
thousands
he
of
thinks.
videos. But they're all male. You might enjoy that.
No.
Are you all right?
What happened?
Well, you're all right, sir. Now, everything's going to be fine.
I saw white light and I felt this inner peace.
Huh?
I thought I was going to heaven. But then that guy from that horrible movie Rhinestone showed up.
What?
It's Fly Stallone. He's trying to help us.
Don't move. There's an ambulance coming. Please.
Thank you so much. You're very kind.
No, it's okay.
He's not that kind. Did you see Cobra?
That movie actually got very screwed up in the editing. Whoa, what's wrong?
I just remembered staying alive.
Oh, hey, come on. Look, you'll be fine. You're just a little shaken up, okay?
Great. I don't know which is worse, being in this accident or being helped by the star of Judge Dredd.
Listen, he's trying to be nice.
Yeah, okay, fine. How are you doing, madam?
My arm hurts.
Oh, really? Can you move your fingers?
Oh, God, Paradise Alley sucks. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that.
Well, don't be sorry. The guy stole 2 hours of your life.
Oh, come on. That's enough. I'm trying to help you.
Let me ask you something. What were you thinking when you made Over the Top?
What?
Over the Top? I mean, you had to arm wrestle the guy for the custody of your son, for God's sake.
Just save your energy.
I mean, did you actually get that script and go around telling people, hey, this is a good one?
Oh, come on, just drop it, please.
No, you're right, It was an excellent movie, now that I think about it. After all, it does combine the emotional drama of a custody child hearing with arm wrestling.
That's enough! Shut up! Stop!
Hey, what the hell are you doing? You're punching car accident victims.
No, you don't understand. He was bad-mouthing my films.
The man is injured and he happens to think Tango and Cash is Jackass, so you hit him?
He didn't mention Tango and Cash, okay?
Please, somebody just help my husband.
I think this guy's dying.
All right, everyone clear. I'm losing him.
Stop, or my mom will shoot. Stop.
So, on Weekend Update, when you anchored, Frank Stallone was often a punchline. Did he know it was coming, or did you ever talk to him afterwards?
But I talked to his brother, Sylvester Stallone, who hosted the show, and he was like, what the fuck with Frank? So I said, it's a complete non sequitur. It's ridiculous, And so he told me, he says, the thing with Frank is, after Rocky, he decided to become a boxer. So, he'd go in the ring with it. He'd say like the Italian stallion's brother. He goes, every boxer in Philadelphia just beat the shit out of him. He goes, you've never been right since, and I feel guilty about it. He says, if you could just lay off him for a while. And I was like, no, so I never did another job.
You say I don't listen. I tell you I try. And we both got our own problems. But I still try.
According to the EPA, it will cost an estimated $295 million to clean up toxic waste at the former Lockheed Martin military aircraft plant in California. The cause of the toxic waste? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. In Princess Anne, Maryland, state health officials have discovered what caused the mysterious death of 200,000 fish at a Somerset County fish farm. The culprit? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. In economic news, unemployment figures rose slightly for the month of October, with declines in the Dow Jones and NASDAQ. The reason for the sudden downturn? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. Entertainment Weekly's list of the 101 most powerful people in show business is out. At number 1, Fox CEO Robert Murdoch. And at number 2, you guessed it, Frank Stallone. And finally, the number 1 selling doll this Christmas, is Tickle Me Elmo. And the least popular selling doll? You guessed it, Tickle Me Frank Stallone. And the British Sunday Times is reporting that Belgian doctors have accidentally cloned a human being. The human being? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. Recent photos sent from the Galileo space probe orbiting Jupiter's moon Europa suggests that it meets the conditions necessary to support a primitive life form. Just what kind of life form? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. And finally, the votes are in. And Entertainment Weekly has chosen its funniest man alive. And who is the funniest man alive? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. Congratulations, Frank Stallone.
What's something people don't know about you?
I'm a deeply closeted gay guy.
No kidding.
Well, I'm not coming out, though.
Wait a minute. What are you revealing here today?
I'm not revealing anything. I'm saying I'm deeply closeted.
Well, that means you're gay.
Well, I wouldn't say that. Why would I say that? I'm deeply closeted.
No, but that means you're very, very gay, but you don't want to come out. You're so closeted.
That I refuse to say I'm gay.
Right.
Exactly.
But doesn't that mean you're gay?
Hey, easy, buddy.
Oh, this book will reveal much.
If this were a memoir,
Yeah.
I would put juicy things from my own life.
Right. Like what kind of things would you put in there that nobody knows?
Well, I guess the biggest thing that nobody knows about me is I'm a deeply closeted gay man.
What? I mean, that's, you're a gay man?
I'm not gay. I said I'm deeply closeted. I'm as straight as an arrow.
So you're a gay man who won't admit it?
No. Do you know what deeply closeted means?
Yeah.
It means a man who will not acknowledge that he's gay.
Yes.
So I'm telling you, I'm not gay. On your last show, I came out as a deeply closeted gay man.
Yeah.
And I'm not gay. But David, on one time, this is a true story, and Dave, you'll attest to this, bought me a beautiful leather jacket.
Oh, that's right.
Well out of my price range.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm no one to take charity.
I'm not one to take charity.
I'm saying I sucked him off. You don't know I'm a secret homosexual, do you?
No, I saw that actually. A deeply, according to you, a deeply closeted homosexual is what you said. Do you remember?
Yes, I do. I can't believe you.
Feelings going up and down, picking up the pieces that you left behind, hitting a new type of flow, breathing in the smoke and clearing up my mind. The thoughts of you, I never knew what the hell you got me in.
You know your own name, you see it in popular culture used, and Norm is always like, I noticed this ever since I was a kid. When I was very young, there was a show called Peyton Place with Ryan O'Neal as a sexy brother. Norm is, deeply closeted man.
Oh, here's a good one.
Yeah, well, the joke was a bit wordy.
Do you have any other color jokes? I mean, he's just blue and yellow.
Did you just say, do we have any other colored jokes?
I knew you were going to say that.
Fucking Jimmy the Greek over here. I don't want to...
Jimmy the Greek.
How about Jimmy the Greek gets kicked out for being a racist? Meanwhile, they call him the Greek. On TV. Mr. Musburger.
Yes, sir.
People that you've worked with, and if you're in... Now listen, you were on TV for years with a guy called Jimmy the Greek.
Jimmy the Greek.
And which I always found odd that he was thrown out for racism. Everybody called him the Greek. But here you had a bookmaker on the program.
I did.
Which I found fascinating. But were there a lot of guys in sportscasting that developed gambling problems? or not problems. It's
No,
fun.
you mean, yeah, exactly.
By the way, he's got another Greek bookmaker sitting right next to him.
There we go. I was about to say, I've got Chris
He has not changed a bit in that regard. So.
You know, Norm, it was fascinating. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I knew next to nothing. I mean, I knew you could bet on games and point spreads, and Bob Martin was a legendary. But the Greek would always take me over to the Barbary Coast, and Michael Gunn, who owns a South Point, he was operating the Barbary over there, and Jimmy
Good
Vaccaro.
steak. Good steak.
Best.
Yeah.
You know, he moved Michael's from Barbary right down here to the South Point, as you know. So I said to the Greek one, I said, Greek, well, you like going over to the Barbary? I called him the Greek. Hey, Greek. You know, it was unbelievable. He's sitting around. Greek, come on, let's go out here for have a dinner. And
Greek, you have to go. You're racist.
I never really thought
the most racist
when you
Greek
think about
there
it.
is.
When you think about it, he's absolutely. What do you like going to the Barbary Coast for? Hey, parlay cards. Ties win.
Ties win.
that was why the Greek would go to the Barbary Coast, because you were the only guys that has ties winning.
That's a big thing.
He knew value.
Yeah.
He knew value.
That's a lot of EV on the ties win.
Yeah, we still run that ties win card, and I got to make it every week, and I got to tell you, I hate that thing.
They do not. They don't
Mr. Greek doesn't like it.
No.
I remember they lost money for a while on those 10-point 3-team parlays. I don't know if they do those anymore.
We don't do those anymore. We got wised up on that.
You say I don't listen. I tell you I try. And we both got our own problems. But
A reporter from WRC-TV was asking questions about Martin Luther King's birthday and the progress blacks have made in society. There, CBS sports commentator Jimmy the Greek Snyder gave his impressions of blacks in coaching in the National Football League. His answers could raise as much controversy as the statements by former Dodgers executive Al Campanis last April on ABC's Nightline news program.
Yeah, pretty soon they're going to have to equalize it for the blacks, for the Greeks, the Jews, and for everybody. I mean, let's make it equal for everybody, you know.
And is it equal? What about in sports?
Well, they've got everything. If they take over coaching like everybody wants them to, there's not going to be anything left for the white people. I mean, all the players are black. I mean, the only thing that the whites control is the coaching jobs. Now, I'm not being derogatory about it, but that's all that's left for them. The black talent is beautiful. It's great. It's out there. So the only thing left for the whites is a couple coaching jobs.
Yeah, maybe we need to get more black coaches, don't you?
Oh, it's all right with me.
Okay, well,
I'm sure that they'll take over that pretty soon, too.
I had a look at your Twitter feed. First of all, what do you like about Twitter? Because you're pretty good on it.
I like Twitter because you can just think of stupid things and then immediately force them on people.
What was?
I didn't know you could do a bunch of stupid things. I did because Twitter came out, I guess, a long time ago, and I thought it was people like celebrities going, "Hey, I'm eating an egg over at this restaurant, an egg restaurant or something." That's what I thought it was about. So I said, well, that seems stupid. But then my buddy was telling me, no, you can just write stupid jokes. And so I do that. And then the fun part is you read the comments and everyone hates you.
Well, what was the line you had about Gaddafi?
Gaddafi was the poisonous tyrant Muammar Gaddafi, the psychopath, is missing. Geez, I hope he's all right. Sometimes people get mad at me for a tweet. It's bizarre. And sometimes it's like a real, benign one. You know, that's when they're usually most mad. And I remember one time, I just had watched Soylent Green, you know?
Yeah.
So I tweeted, I didn't know Soylent Green was people. I've watched that movie 10 times. And a guy just told me Soylent Green was people, you know? And people got so mad, everybody's typing, they're like, what are you, an idiot? Of course it's Soylent Green is people, you know?
Here's another tweet. You said, I'm going to die one day. That's what really kills me. And
that's a good tweet.
That was one of yours.
I like that one.
Academy Awards were on, so I said, oh, fuck, I'll just watch the Academy Awards and I'll tweet all the time, all the way through the Academy Awards. And it was so fucking fun.
You liked it.
Oh, my God.
You got hooked.
Were you vicious to the people up there? Did you find the Academy Awards boring?
They were the worst fucking Academy Awards ever.
Ever, right?
Yeah.
And did you write that? Were you honest with the people?
A couple of times, I had a couple of ones that were maybe mean. Like I said, I think I said, by the time this is starting to drag, by the time the dead guy montage fucking shows up, Kirk Douglas will be in it.
What was the line you had about Gaddafi?
Gaddafi was the poisonous tyrant Muammar Gaddafi, the psychopath, is missing. Geez, I hope he's all right. Sometimes people get mad at me for a tweet. It's bizarre. And sometimes it's like a real, benign one. That's when they're usually most mad. And I remember one time, I just had watched Soylent Green,
Yeah.
So I tweeted, I didn't know Soylent Green was people. I've watched that movie 10 times. And a guy just told me Soylent Green was people, And people got so mad, everybody's typing, they're like, what are you, an idiot? Of course it's Soylent Green is people,
Here's another tweet. You said, I'm going to die one day. That's what really kills me. And
that's a good tweet.
That was one of yours.
I like that one.
I don't know what it is with that voice of yours. When I read your tweets, everybody that I talk to also reads them in Norm's voice. Yep. And it makes it that much funnier. Everybody started, during the Oscars, we all start tweeting our shit during the Oscars, past Oscars. And one of my buddies, Travis, actually retweeted and said, you got to follow Norm Macdonald. And I'm like, I didn't even know you were on or shit, so I started following you. And they were hilarious. The funny thing, when are you going to thank the computer? Every fucking tweet. When are you going to thank the computer? Just shit like that is stuff that no one else was tweeting. It's out of your mind shit.
I just found out about that Twitter shit.
It's great, and you got so many followers really quickly, and didn't have to pull a Charlie Sheen with it. It was just funny shit, man.
But when you go to hit the send, you fuck for a second. You go wait, because it's just off the top of your head,
and it's right there, yeah. And
I don't do drugs or alcohol, thankfully, because I'm sure guys could really fuck up and say bad things.
They have, they have.
Norm's tweets, some of them are not supposed to be funny. They're profound, poetic.
I deleted a lot of that. Because I'd read my responses, they go, you fucking asshole, you're funny. I'm like, oh.
That's just it. You can't stop being if you're funny and then you got a serious comment. I would tweet some ridiculous shit, but then I'd go Obama gave a speech. Let me give a little feedback on what I believe of Obama. You racist, fucking conservative, fucking rich motherfucker.
Some people too, fucking think it's serious. I tweeted one that I said my something, I don't know. I said my father was brutally murdered last week, and it's only now I can look back and laugh. And then these people would fucking answer. They go I'm so sorry. Closure takes a while. So I had to go, no, it was a joke.
How does anyone read that and not, especially from you, and not think it's a goddamn joke? People are so stupid. That's something this whole thing has opened up, where you're kind of communicating with people you never would talk to or meet, that don't understand what a sense of humor even is. So the responses you get sometimes hey, I was hey, God, it's spring, but I'm looking outside and there's still a little snow on my back table. At least you're alive, motherfucker.
That was from a dead guy?
I'm getting tweets from the dead. I guess he had a loved one pass on. Perhaps a father that was brutally murdered a week ago.
I guess to sum it up, everybody's a critic, huh, guys?
Your special should have been called the voice of reason.
This is the Twitter award for Best Hall of Famer. Going real well. At Albert Brooks. I installed the stripper pole outside my house. Haven't caught one yet. Steve Martin, go. OMG, President Lincoln has been shot. Wait, whoa, my internet connection is so low. At Alec Baldwin, how many freaking times I gotta say it? 27, she's 27, jeez. That's your girlfriend? At Ali Yankovic, breaking news, Netflix splits off into a third company called Vernster, where you can rent nothing but Ernest P. Worrell movies for $5 a month. And at Norm Macdonald, rest in peace, Amy Winehouse. We lost a true heroin addict today.
Hey everybody, it's me, Norm. I couldn't be with you tonight because I'm on location in Spain, where I'm tweeting in Madrid, Spain. If that's a city that's in Spain, then that's where I am. And but I'd like to thank National Lampoon for the good people there. What did they do? They took a once great franchise and burned it asunder. So I'd like to thank them, and I'd like to thank everyone that helped me win this award, except there aren't any, because it was just me and a computer. I would like to thank the computer. What else? Let me think. It's pretty cool, you know, how far technology has come. Like you people are probably saying right now, hey, look, Norm has hired an entire film crew in Spain, and now he has filmed himself at great expense and has sent the reels over to the United States, and now, but no, you could not be wronger. I am doing this on a telephone. What make you of that? I know, you're saying, hey, Norm, that cannot be right. A telephone is used for telephoning. People take a telephone and they telephone other people and they say, what time is it there? Where you are with your telephone, because it's not the same time here. But that is just the sort of Philistine pig ignorance I've come to expect of you animals. The fact is, welcome to the future. That's all I can say. Welcome to the future. And I myself love Twitter. I follow everybody, you know. I follow Shelby Firo, who has her amusing, is angst a word? I've heard that word before. And I direct messaged her once. That's a true story. And she direct messaged me back. And it was either her or Chris Hansen. Who knows nowadays? But you can find anybody on Twitter. And I enjoy Eddie Pepitone and his tweets, which look to me to be the longest suicide note in history. But thank you for the award. And God damn, I'm telegenic.
I was at a party with a friend, and so I noticed you first. And you returned my gaze, knew how to quench my thirst. You took me to that room like a dream come true. The dance you performed was just for me and you. Kisses on the neck, then you work your way down. Let yourself go for me all around town. Seductively stood before me.
time I saw him was at the Comedy Store. And he was uncharacteristically emotional.
Yeah.
Like when we parted company, he was. And there's a picture of me and him and like the back of Chris Rock's head. I put it in my special. That picture that's in the end of the closer was the last time that I saw him.
The last time I saw him with any regularity was we all went on a tour to do just stand-up like.
The three of you guys.
It was
I had a couple other guys.
Funny because we had a text chain of a bunch of us, and
Oh, yeah,
we would
we had
all
a
fuck
text
around.
chain. Yeah.
And then one time he was arguing with Schneider about something, and about stand-up, and then he goes, "I'm the best comic out of all of us," and everyone went, "Yeah."
I saw him at the SNL 40th, and I didn't know he had cancer or anything, but I remember as soon as he saw me, he was like, "I love you, Molly." Just he blurted out right away, and I think I was like, oh, I just had a sense of like, I could feel that he had this kind of urgency to say exactly what was on his mind in the moment.
Right.
Because maybe he'll never have that moment again.
Sometimes he'd be late in the morning because we're all taking off, and I would just go, "Hey, no, man, we got to get to this place," and he'd give me a look, and then after he passed away, then I realized he was giving me a look like, "What the fuck do you want from me? I'm going through some shit, man." But he'd be like, "Yeah, all right, you know."
On the bus or backstage, he would come in and do bits. He wanted to keep. I like that, you know, when people are still funny and he's a good laugher, and that's always nice when a comic is a good laugher too, instead of just only going one way with it. They like to crack up with people, and that was a fucking blast. Did you wear a cowboy hat the whole time?
He bought a cowboy hat, and all of a sudden, cowboy hat walking around.
Weird, yeah. Like,
I could do that. He did get emotional a lot, though. Like on the whole tour, he would just all of a sudden get really teary-eyed and stuff, and he'd be like, "This is wonderful!" Like this, the tour itself, and like hanging out, and we'd have dinners and breakfasts and shit. And he was more. He'd just be so much fun to see. He had so much energy to hang.
Do you remember the last time that you had seen him?
I hadn't seen him for a while, but the last time I saw him was at a bar by our place, and he would watch. He was a big gambler, but the last time I talked to him, when I was quarantined in Minnesota, he would I'd text him and I go, "Hey, what's up, dude?" And he goes, "What? Who's this?" And he would do this all the time. I go, "It's fucking Nick, dude." And he goes, "Nicky, what are you doing?" And I'm like, "Nothing, I'm quarantined." And he goes, "You didn't stand up?" And I'm like, "No, the fuck? I wasn't doing stand up." And he goes, "What's your plan?" And I go, "I don't know, I'm going to kick it here, and then I think I'm going to go to Key West." And I go, "I might just retire, though, and just move to Reno and just get like a residency, and then I'll just live in Reno and just work there, just be like an old comic."
Yeah.
And he goes, sort of God, he goes, that's a good idea." And I go, "Yeah, I don't know, whatever." He goes, "No, maybe I'll join you. We'll both headline Reno." And I go, "Dude, Reno's fucking a mess." I go, "No, I don't want to do that." So I go to Key West. A month later, he calls me and he goes, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I go, "I don't know, I'm in Key West. What's up with you?" And he goes, "When are you going to Reno?" And I go, "Dude, that was a joke. I'm not moving to fucking Reno and retiring as like a comic." And he goes, "Oh, fuck, I thought it was a good idea." And I'm like, "No." And so that's the last time I talked to him. And then his his closest friend, Lori Joe, I hit her up after Norman passed, and I was like, "Hey, are you doing okay?" And she goes, "One of the last things before Norm died, one of the last things he talked about was moving to Reno with you."
No.
Yeah, and I go, "Are you serious?" She goes, "Yeah, he was like, he really wanted to do that." And I was like, "Oh," and then that made me cry again. And yeah, it was just, that was Norm. It was awful.
Damn.
I'll tell you, I have so many Norm stories, but this is one of my favorites. And I was on tour, me, Sandler, Spade, Rob Schneider.
Hey, Twitter world, this is yours truly. Now, coming soon to Twitter, you'll get to read all my thoughts and opinions on just about everything. Now, there's a lot of fake OJ accounts out there, so this one, at the real OJ32, is the only official one. So this should be a lot of fun. I got a little getting even to do. So God bless. Take care.
Well, in a questionable move by the defense team this week, O.J. Simpson demonstrated how to stab two people at the same time. In a brilliant move during closing arguments, Simpson attorney Johnny Cochran put on the knit cap prosecutors say O.J. wore the night he committed the murders. Although O.J. may have hurt his case when he suddenly blurted out, "Hey, easy with that. That's my lucky stabbing hat." Well, it is finally official. Murder is legal in the state of California. A down-and-out O.J. Simpson, depressed that all of his money-making ideas have failed, has decided to go back to doing what he does best, killing people.
Hey, Twitter world. You know, for years, people have been able to say whatever they want to say about me with no accountability. But now I get to challenge a lot of that BS and set the record straight. More importantly, I'll be able to talk about everything, especially sports, fantasy football, and even politics. But for now, let me just say to my fellow fathers out there, happy Father's Day. And God...
They got name, everybody's an identity, you know? Like, let's say your sexuality. Let's say a guy likes a guy. That's a homosexual. If you are attracted to a member of your own gender. If you're attracted to a member of the opposite sex, then you're a heterosexual. But what about a guy like me just whacks off all the time? What am I? I don't know. I don't even think I got a word. There's two reasons guys will hang themselves from the neck. One is, like we said, to escape this worthless masquerade of a life we pretend we have. And the second reason we hang ourselves from the neck is to whack off. These guys, I don't understand. But this is what I was thinking about whacking off. Think about this. It's kind of like a psychotic break you got to do, you know? Like in your mind, in your picture, you have to have a picture there of you with a lady, and you got to believe it so much that you don't even believe what's really happening. You know what I'm getting at? Like, I don't know, like a lot of guys, I don't have a great imagination. Like a lot of guys will do it with a Playboy magazine, say, or maybe a Victoria's Secret or something like that. But I ain't got the imagination for that, you know what I mean? Like, I try, you know, but then I'll go, okay, you come on over here with your Victoria's Secrets. Ah, I'll show you your underwear. I don't know why I'm mean to them, but, but I'll go, why don't you come on over and take off your underwear? And they go, no, I'm not doing that. And I go, no, I went down. Well, goodbye. I didn't think you would. Sorry about that crack about asking you to take your underwear off, but I don't have the imagination for that. However, there is this lady that works down the street from me at the 7-Eleven. And she's not much to look at, but she likes me, and that's the important thing. And I know in that way, in that certain way, that women like men. And I know she likes me on account of one time I was buying sour cream and onion chips and vanilla Swiss almond ice cream, and I'm getting it, right? And she goes, I like sour cream and onion chips too. And I go, oh yeah, that's interesting. And she goes, no, I really like them. And then I look up, I'm like, because sometimes the shadow of the thing is bigger than the... Anyways, I knew that she liked me. So then, for the next 2 months, you know, I'm whacking off and, oh my God. Now, in my head is me and the girl. I don't think any guy could just, in his head, have, you know, himself whacking off. That wouldn't work. And I'm only talking about men. Because I've asked women, you know, I've said, what do you do when you lie with yourself and make your finger a blur like a hummingbird's wing? What do you think of in your head? And then they go, oh, a hammock. And I'm like, oh. So anyways, they're a little more advanced. But we have to think of a specific scenario. So my scenario is the lady from 7-Eleven. I go, hey, they're giving you a break. I'll show you a break on over here. My jokes don't even make sense. But anyways, I get them. But what I'm interested in is in the moment when the fever breaks. You know what I mean? When that 4 seconds of issue that you spend so much time going after, it ends. You know what I mean? So, because you're thinking of all these things in your head, you've just got a psychotic break going that would rival a paranoid schizophrenic. And then all of a sudden it stops. You know, you're like, ah! It's just me. There are no ladies at all. It's just me. I gotta get a hold of myself. What'll I do here? I know. I'll go downstairs now. I'll get a cheese sandwich. Yeah. I'll never think about this again. That's right. So I'll be honest with you. Sometimes I feel bad about doing that. Self-abuse, you know, lying down with myself on account of because I'm a Christian, you know. But I'll tell you this, you know, a lot of people think Christians are self-righteous, but we're not. We're sinning all the time, you know, all the time. For instance, I eat apples. Now think about that for a second. It's on page 1. Worst thing you can do in the world. And I'm munching down apple. Ah! You know? Oh, sure, I love apples, but is it worth getting raped by the devil for all of time? I say no. Anyways, I know there's a God. And people go, well, you're only a Christian because you grew up in a Christian. And I understand that. And that's one of my biggest fears, you know, is that I picked the wrong religion, you know, that I believed, but then I die and I go, ah, it's you. I thought it was the other fella. Ah. I should have been slaying apostates the entire time. Oh, well.
It's been a while, and I still like the way you look at me. I keep loving.
I'm bad at whacking off.
What? Bad at it?
Yeah.
How could you be mad at it?
I know. You would think it would be easy. It would be fortunate.
You cannot make yourself come?
Oh, I can, but at the wrong times. And I didn't even know about lotion.
Till when?
Till somebody that was intimate with me said, what are all those big red scabs on your cock? My dad used to call it take a shave. Take a shave. He'd get mad at me. But anyway,
why didn't you shave today?
But it's a fantastic.
Why didn't you shave?
I didn't shave because I wanted to do this commercial and show, you know.
Or do you like that look?
Well, who would like this look? I want you to sign up for Dollar Shave Club by going to dollarshaveclub.com/Norm. You will get high quality razors sent to your door.
That's not, come on.
It's a little frightening.
I wouldn't mind it. Do you ever run out of razors and you're like, damn it?
Yeah,
you can't run out to the store.
Yeah, well, you don't have to here because you get high quality razors sent to your door every month, and it's for a fraction of what you pay retail.
That's even better.
Also makes a great gift for Father's Day. Is your father still alive?
No.
God damn, that's 2 out of 3. He's dead too?
Yeah.
Oh, well. Oh, this is about your aunt.
My aunt?
Is she fucking dead?
Yes.
You don't have a living aunt?
Maybe.
Adam Egget, do you use the Dollar Shave Club?
No, I mean, not today.
Yeah, look at you. You go to dollarshave.com.
Well, it's perfect for me.
Do you want to know how to get there?
Yes.
You go to dollarshave.com/Norm. That's dollarshave.com
/Norm.
Gotcha.
Is it $1 a day for one razor?
No.
I don't know why they call it Dollar Shave.
Huh?
$1 a month?
Listen, man, I can't answer every question.
It's called Dollar Shave Club.
Yes, that means it costs you $1 over the course of your lifetime. For $1 a month, have all your shaving needs met? I mean, on your face?
Well, you can use it for anything.
Well, that's true.
Do I have to only use it on my face?
No, they have no rules here. They have no rules.
Then yeah.
Of course, they have no rules. They send fucking razors to your house.
One more real quick. $1 per month, and
Yeah,
you get
$1
like
per
as
month.
many razors. That's kind of a good deal.
Yeah, kind of. That's like, for the whole year, that's like $14.
I
don't know how they make any money.
Can't be
Volume.
They can't be high quality razors for
Well,
$1 a month.
They're the highest quality razors in the world. You can slit your wife's throat.
It's somewhere in between.
Huh?
I think it's somewhere in between.
It says high quality.
Well, it's definitely high quality.
It's high
because they told
quality
us
razors
earlier.
sent to your door.
It says high quality razors.
Every month. You would be crazy not to have high quality razors sent to your house every day.
Feelings flowing up and down, picking up the pieces that you left behind, hitting a new type of flow, breathing in the smoke and clearing up my mind. The thoughts of you, I never knew what the hell you got me into.
Also this week in Washington, several prominent Democrats joined Republicans in pleading with Attorney General Janet Reno to investigate fundraising abuses and also to shave. Well, more bad news for ice cream moguls Ben and Jerry in their continuing battle with the Food and Drug Administration. This week, the FDA banned their newest flavor, stuff from Ben's beard. Meddling bureaucracy wrecking that. Well, bad news for ice cream moguls Ben and Jerry. This week, the Food and Drug Administration banned their newest flavor, Ben's back hair.
ZZ Top saying that every girl's crazy about a sharp-dressed man, but you know what they're not crazy about? Gross long beards.
It's funny and true.
That one was written for yours. That was
no,
more
no.
your cadence right there.
No.
But you know what they're not crazy about? Gross long beards.
A new study found that men with beards are more attractive. This is a study that took place at the University of... Yeah, I'll do it another week. It's such a funny joke.
Another week.
A new study found that men with beards are more attractive than men without beards. More great work from the University of Bob Seger.
So what was the story about The Tonight Show for you, about ruining a chance to get on The Tonight Show? Because you must have done The Tonight Show a bunch. I mean, I feel like I remember seeing you on The Tonight Show.
Well, there was the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, and then there was afterward, you know.
Right.
But I was living in Canada, and I was kind of at my peak. I'd been doing, I got good at stand-up pretty quick. So I was about 2 years in, and I was really good, you know. And I said, I'll go. Carson had announced he was going to retire in 8 months. So I said, I'm going to go to move to Los Angeles and be the last comedian on The Tonight Show and have him anoint me and call me over to the couch, and it'll be a big deal, you know. And so there was this talent booker for The Tonight Show who had a lot of power. And he had, you know, he was the guy you had to get through as a gatekeeper. So, anyways, but he was, you know, very frustrating to work. So I would do a set, you know, and he would come. First time I did the set, and he came up to me after. He goes, "I didn't like you, but I was really drunk."
Jesus
so I'm like,
Christ.
"Jeez, man." So I'm all right. Well, can I do it again? He's like, "Oh, yeah, of course. I didn't care for him, but." you're probably funny. Everybody says you're funny. But I tell you, I was really hammered. I'm like, all right. So then the next time I'm sitting there and I look over, he's necking with a girl. I'm like, Jesus Christ, like, what the fuck is this guy? So finally he looks at the stage and sees me after, 7 tries, And so then he goes, you're great, but you're not a Johnny comic. You're a Jay comic. People say these ridiculous things that have no meaning. So I'm like, what? He's like, you're more of a Jay, because Jay was doing Monday night as the guest host at that time, and it had already been revealed that he was going to take over. So he goes, you're a Jay comic, and I go, no, I think I'm a Johnny comic. Like that's what all my friends tell me. They always say, hey, you're kind of a Johnny comic. He's like, I think you're a Jay comic. I'm like. So I'm in my head. I'm like, there's no fucking, it doesn't mean anything. What are you talking about? I was so angry. And then he says, like, whispers it to me. He goes, and also, Jay is going to take over the show. And I go, that was in the paper. Like, why are you whispering it? Everyone knows this thing. You're telling me in confidence, So anyways, he says, Johnny will watch the Monday night with Jay, and everybody already knew at that point that Johnny hated Jay also, and even if he didn't, like Johnny Carson's going to watch the guest host on his day off, at 11:30. So I never got to do the Tonight Show. But then looking back, like I wasn't really a Carson guy. I just he was like. Corny old guy to me. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I took it on faith that he was funny, and I'd see clips and he'd be funny. But I wasn't a guy who grew up with Johnny Carson. I was a guy who grew up with David Letterman. Right. So it probably was better for me to have my first spot on Dave,
You got sorted into the right house.
Yeah, without knowing it, It turned out I was a Dave comic.
You were neither a Leonard comic nor a...
Yeah.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. You're familiar with the model Kate Upton? Well, apparently, she told the London Sun that life would be easier if she had small breasts. I suppose that's true if by easier she means harder. We have a great show!